Welcome back to the Thister podcast. My name is Linda, and this is my sister, Melissa. Say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone.
This podcast episode is inspired by a recent wedding that we went to that was a lot of fun. So it's going to be all wedding related, our weddings, experiences, any tips,
Wedding
and all
planning.
all that good stuff. I got married 16 years ago, so things were very different. But Melissa got married not that long ago. Was it 2 years? Gonna be 2 years?
It's gonna be my 3-year wedding anniversary in
3
December.
years? Jesus.
Can you believe that?
No. But we do start each podcast episode with a little life update. I'll let my sister go first.
What's happening? Pues we started date season, so tengo una chinga de aquí a diciembre. That's like my busy time of the year.
That's like the peak.
Yes, so we're going full throttle. So everyone send your positive vibes for a good harvest, good season para nuestra familia. What else is happening? Besides, I feel like that's my life right now. Date season and my son. Date season and my son. My son's doing good. He's gonna be 11 months next week, which is insane.
He's got some new milestones.
That my sister swears that since she hasn't seen it herself, she needs to see it to believe it.
I think she makes it up to make herself feel better. It's okay.
No, I don't.
It's because he says no. I've never seen him do it.
He says agua now too.
I've never heard him. I'm the only thing I ever hear him say.
Just because you FaceTime him from time to time doesn't mean that.
Like you
don't even know him.
I don't. You just sound like a little lamb. Bah.
¿Qué más? That's about it. Date season, my son, my birthday's coming up. Virgo season. Date season, Virgo season, Santi season.
Scary.
¿Tú qué rollo?
We just celebrated Papi's birthday on Friday. I'm glad that we had a party on Friday because then we had all weekend to recover. It was a lot of fun. Like it was a very carne asada, jumper, pool party. It was very simple, but he had a blast. Like all his friends that he wanted to be here were here. He had a blast, and I'm happy to see. And it's crazy to me because I used to have really elaborate parties for Elle because her birthday's in November. The weather's always good here, like super elaborate parties. And she had a great time. And with Papi, like his birthday's in July and it's very hot where we live. So
he's the second child and he's a boy, so le toca lo más mínimo.
But he's just as happy. So like it goes to show like a lot of times we have these big elaborate parties with decorations and things that the kids care nothing about. Like it's more for us than for them.
Oh, for sure.
Just their friends being there and like just it being about them. Like, and what's another thing I used to do with Elle, like I always said no gifts. Like we'd do donations to somewhere or pick something. And with him, I totally forgot that tip, that part. So he gets gifts, but it's different too because you go in the toy aisle for girls, there's rows and rows and rows. For the boys, there's the Lego aisle, the superhero aisle, and the dinosaur aisle, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess he doesn't get that many toys, so it's fine. I mean, he honestly would only want Robux. If you asked him like what he wants in this world,
I did ask him,
and he got a lot. And he spent he got a lot, and he got two $50 ones, and those were immediately gone, like in one day, like
that's
gone.
insane to me.
I mean, yeah, I think it's the equivalent of like $5,000 in Robux, but
I just don't get like why I'd rather get a physical toy than like Robux money to a video game.
Same. Like that's how I feel about gambling. Like if I'm gonna throw my money away, I'd rather throw it away on something I can take home.
Did you hear that Roblox is getting sued?
I kind of did, but I know something about a guy predator. Like, I mean, I only let Papi play with the people he knows. Like that's it. He's not allowed to play with anybody he doesn't know. But I did hear that. I just don't know the details enough to repeat the story. I don't know enough.
Mm-hmm.
What else went on? I woke up with a headache on Saturday, which I thought, I was like, am I hungover? Like I had 2 drinks. I had 3 drinks all night. And then I
But
woke
then
up
she
with
took Advil Duo Max strength.
no, I didn't.
This is brought to you by.
If you have dental pain, yes. If you think it's a hangover, the worst thing you can take is Tylenol because it's bad for your liver and your alcohol's already bad for your liver. So definitely take Advil
Ibuprofen.
and ibuprofen and aspirin. Don't take Tylenol. Tylenol is great for other things, but not for hangovers. And that's your doctor telling you this. So then I woke up with a headache on Sunday too, and I was like, what the fuck? This can't be a hangover. Like, this is crazy. And then Monday I woke up and the headache was still there, and then I got my period, and it just goes to show the older you get, the worse your periods get. The next podcast, I want it to be about perimenopause and menopause and periods and all of that.
Relate.
Oh, girly.
Oh, I will talk about on the next podcast my period. So I just got it back, but I just stopped breastfeeding.
Save it for the next podcast.
Okay, plus. Another big life update that I forgot to say is that me and sister are working on something very exciting that's going to drop very soon. I'm super excited. I'd buy it, and I hope all you guys.
I came up with the idea like when we were on vacation, and both of us were like, yeah, that's perfect. And it's going to be something so fun. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Stay tuned.
It's a little more work than we thought, but
ahí vamos.
I wish we would have gotten it out like a few months ago, but sometimes, like I've said, you just have to do it. You just have to go for it. It's never a good time. Like, just start.
Yes.
Just start.
Just do it.
What other life updates? Besides Papi's party, I did watch a lot of TV this weekend because of this headache. I watched the Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox.
Couldn't get into it.
There's only 2 episodes, but I kind of remember the story more than you do, so I think that's why I was. But I don't know. This is definitely her version of events, and it's very,
she's a director.
Biased. It's very, very biased.
So basically, what happened? What happened was in the 90s.
What happened?
American. What
happened?
It wasn't
the 90s. It was the 2000s.
Oh, I thought it was the late 90s.
No.
This American girl goes to a study abroad program in Europe, right?
In Italy, yeah.
And she gets assigned a roommate from another country.
From England. Well, there were several roommates. There's 4 of them, but one of them that she was close to was from England, I believe.
And they found her dead in the dorm, and it wasn't a dorm.
It was a house off of campus. It was a house, and everything indicated that it was her. She went to jail for it and everything, mostly because her behavior after it happened. So the paparazzi was all over it. They have tons of footage. They were following her. So her behavior after it happened was very strange. Like, it's the crime scene. Like, they hadn't even taken the body out, and she's making out with her boyfriend that she just met like a week before. She's at the police station doing split. They had said it was cartwheels. She says it was splits. This is her version of events. The original story is that she was doing cartwheels. She said that one of the inspectors was asked her about yoga and that she was doing the splits, which isn't much better. But the original is that she did cartwheels.
But why?
She was a little quirky and a little off. I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I believe, but I believe she was involved. I don't know if she did it, but I think she knows more than she did. I think she was.
I think it was a whoopsie.
I think she was high out of her mind, like hallucinating high, like those times that people like trip out. Like, I really do think it's
like
that.
Like psychedelics.
Like, I don't think she even some people can get that effect from weed too. Like, I just think she does. I don't think she remembers enough. You know, I think she's telling her story to her truth to a point, but I do think she was involved. Like, they still haven't caught anybody. Like, it was a very random act of violence. The way she was behaving and the things she knew and the way she changed her story in and out, like, I definitely think
she was 19.
I don't know if she was 19, but she was young. She was in her last year of college, so I don't think she was 19. No. It was her last semester. Yeah, she was like 21.
But anyway, I mean, she served 4 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's out because I think she was young and dumb, and I mean, everybody deserves a second chance. I feel bad.
I feel okay. Talking about second chances, how about the Menendez brothers not getting a second chance once again?
Yeah, I hate that for them.
You feel bad?
Yeah, because they've served so much time already. I mean, they did it obviously, but I feel like they've served their time. They're adults. They're like older adults now. They're not gonna
They're not a
Like,
harm to
they're
us,
not a
to
menace.
society, you think?
Yeah, they're not a menace to society. I don't think they'll ever, like, like, just let them be free and live out their last, like, years of their life, like, or on probation, or
And
house
then
arrest, lo que
a
quieras,
and
but
then, like I said, they're not in the same prison either. Like,
yeah.
imagine if you and I went to jail and we got put in, like, en la
Meow,
cárcel,
meow,
pero con mi
meow,
hermana.
meow. Meow, meow,
In
meow,
jail,
meow.
but with my sister.
Well, we better make sure that we figure out how to stay together in jail.
It's sad.
Yeah, that is sad. What else did I watch? Did you watch that Jesse
I didn't have time.
yeah, but you know the case, right?
Yes. But that's why I ask. I'm like, is
And
it a
this
hoax?
isn't
Do you think he plotted everything?
well, the
Or
documentary is very much in his voice, and he's the star of the documentary, so obviously it painted a different story.
yeah.
Um, I don't know about that one. I'm leaning more towards he did set it up than not.
Even you do?
Yeah, I want it to not be real,
Uh-huh.
but I wanna believe him. I do wanna believe him, but you can't just watch that documentary and get your opinion on that because it was very much in his own
Bias.
perspective and very much like and he's an actor and he's a good actor. So he's sitting there saying like, "I wouldn't be my mother's son if I did this," but I'm just like, "Bruh, nobody like, you're an actor."
What did he come out on?
Empire.
Mm.
Empire, and he was like his music career, like he was kind of doing very well for himself when all this happened, but it kind of like shut down his career. Yeah.
Well, okay, did you hear what's going on with Lil Nas X?
Yes, that he was like tripping the fuck out, but he also has an album coming
Well,
out.
that's why there's like, okay, same thing as this guy. Like, do you think this is all propaganda?
A little bit, but I hate to say it because he's an activist for like a lot of important causes. Because
you get greedy, te gana la fama. Another propaganda thing. I might hit a nerve, and now we can go into wedding. T Swift got engaged today.
Well, let's talk about Georgina and Rolando getting married.
Oh, that rock.
That rock. And me and my sister talked about this, and I don't want to sound like a hater because I'm the farthest thing from it, but I'm not into those massive rocks. Like, especially when you're really rich like that, like, you don't have to flaunt. Like, I feel like that's for, like, non-rich people or new rich people, to have this big
old money versus new money. Is that what you're saying?
Not really. Just like, I don't know. I'm not into it. And I love her. Like, I think I love everything about her. I think she's gorgeous.
But you don't love that rock?
But I don't love her ring.
That ain't no rock. That's like a fucking
boulder.
A boulder on her finger. That's a nice boulder, like Shrek.
I know. I got it. I got it right away.
You get it. I don't know your age sometimes.
But there's a lot of rumors that say that that's like just his beard. You know what that means, right? Like it's like
no. At my age.
Why am I showing you these? So a beard is when a gay guy has a girlfriend or a wife, like a lavender marriage, but that's what they call the woman in that case. It's the beard.
Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina.
That's what the rumor is. That's
que tiene otra familia or what?
No, that's his beard, that he's gay.
Oh.
And then that's why they took so long to get engaged. That's why they kind of have an open, like, she does whatever she wants and she can post all the thirst traps she wants and all of that.
No, I mean, maybe he's all about it and he like endorses it. I mean, I hate men that are like jealous. We've already gone over this.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I believe that.
It's because you know what? I think it's a culture thing and he's maybe metrosexual.
Yeah, he's definitely metrosexual.
But who knows? But yeah, I mean, that is a big beard.
Yeah, well, he got the best beard in the game. If that's his beard, he got a full on like beard down to here.
But yeah, that rings. Like, how many carats did they say that thing is?
I don't know. Well, también la Lauren Sanchez and the Jeff Bezos, like, she had a rock like that too. And it's like, we already know Jeff Bezos is a fucking billionaire. Like, you don't have to prove it with a rock.
We get it.
And they're not big girls, like, with big-ass hands. They're, like, average size hands.
Like, I don't know what I would do with, like, a rock that big. Like, I feel like it would get in the way. That's why I don't have a rock that big.
That's why we didn't get boulders, because it's just not convenient for our lifestyle.
We got pebbles.
We got pebbles.
A nice little pebble. But back to T Swift, Evan. What do you think about it? I think it's propaganda. I mean, I love their relationship. They're in love and everything, but I'm just like, the timing, what a coincidence.
Oh, no. I mean, I knew they were gonna get engaged. I just feel like it's like her most stable relationship and she's getting older and so is he. Like I knew that it was coming. And of course it's because she has an album coming out. I mean, if this was my
Babe, you're gonna
career,
propose to me right now so we can get momentum on this album.
yeah, like if that was my career, I would plan my life things around it too because I mean that's
We're all
her.
talking about it.
Mhm.
We're all sharing it. We're
Another
all
rumor is that she's gonna have her residency at the Sphere. That's why it's like Vegas showgirl theme, which I love.
wow.
I love. I hope that's true.
I
I
wanna go
don't
see a show at the Sphere, I told you.
I know I do too. I'm not even into the Backstreet Boys, but it looked
Oh,
like
I
fun.
am. I'm a big
I'm
Backstreet.
gonna take the kids to when they're playing The Wizard of Oz, which they're gonna be playing it from here to like I think it starts at the end of this month until December. I do want to take the kids.
They'll love that.
I think that'll be like super cool and trippy.
It is. Papa
Um,
something.
I've been in the Sphere. Have you been in there?
No.
I did. I watched the UFC, the Mexico fight, and it was a really cool. I'm not even into the UFC, but it was a really cool experience. And then it was like all Mexican kind of fighters and the animation and the show. So it was an experience.
I'm raising my hand because I just thought of a brilliant idea and I didn't want to interrupt you because someone else I'm in DM my sister saying that apparently I interrupt all the time.
No, her 12-year-old son said it's probably because she's always interrupting. I did
So
notice, see, I hardly ever listen to the podcast, but when I do, we are getting better about pausing, like not cutting each other off and like a little bit of a pause in between our
it's because you
like
know why, right? Because we get excited. We get excited and we feed off of each other. So it's just like we don't know.
yeah, this isn't how I mean, this is pretty much how we talk, just a little bit of slower paces on the phone. We're constantly talking over each other. And my mom talks over everybody, no matter where we're at. So I know where we got it from. Like no
But
one can get a word in. Con mi mamá, nadie.
but I just thought of a really good podcast topic. We
What?
should do a never have I ever. Like and then just go back and forth and we can have people DM us like to ask each other never have I ever. And if we don't want to like admit to it, take like a sip of like wine or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Or a sip of
Sounds
tequila.
like I'm gonna get thrashed.
Write that one down. Never have I ever.
Write that down.
Anyhow, okay, let's begin. So, wedding. Let's talk about your wedding first. You said it
So
was 16 years ago. Did you
it
have a
was
wedding planner? Where did you get married? Was it ever? Just kidding.
yeah. Yes, it was to Ever. That's my one and only marriage. I was 16 years ago. I did have a wedding planner. I was still in school. Like Ever was doing his residency and I
That
was in
is
my
crazy that my parents let you get married while you're in school still.
it was my last
Honestly.
semester. It was my last semester. I was finishing up. Well, no, you know what? I'm lying. When we got engaged, yes, ma'am. Yes, Melissa. I see you raising your
That's
hand.
what let's go back. Engagement. How did you get engaged? How did he propose to you and then how did you tell us? Go.
So that was my last semester of dental school. So I like soon as we started dating, like it was immediate talk about getting married, getting engaged. And I don't know when you just know. So I kind of was like just
How
going
long did you
along with
guys
it.
date?
I don't remember. Not very long. Like
Not less
I
than a
don't
year?
no, like a year probably. But we had known each other for years.
Okay.
Sasha's like
I can hear her.
freaking out. Anyways, so I knew he had a friend that had a jewelry. His family had a jewelry like spot in downtown LA in like the jewelry district. So I knew he went to go get the ring. Like I knew he went. Later on I found out how he got money to get the ring, but anyways, he went to get the ring. So I knew he had it. And me and him were like not about surprises. If you've been flying for a long time, like soon as we have a gift, we give it out. We've always been like that. So like I think it was the day he came back from LA with the ring. Like he literally gave it to me. Like he just was like, "Do you want to marry me?" And it was
Was
just
it was it somewhere? Was it at your house?
It was
Like where
ahí
was
en
it?
Rosarito. It was ahí
I
en
know. But
Rosarito.
like was it at a restaurant? Was it at the house? Like where
No, it was
was it?
just at the house. Like I knew he was on his way. I knew he had the ring. I knew he was gonna ask me. Like there was
¿Te arreglaste?
no, there was nothing. There was everything magical, but nothing magical because it was just the way we were. Like and then after that, like I graduated, and while he was doing he was halfway through or he had started his residency, and I was graduating, and I got a wedding planner because I knew nothing about weddings. Was never one of those little girls that dreamt about her wedding.
No
Never one
Pinterest
of
board.
those. I had no Pinterest board. I hardly
Did
went to
Pinterest boards exist back in the day?
I don't know if they did, but I didn't know anything about weddings. I think I could count, like, with one hand all the weddings I had been to. None of my close friends had, like, a wedding. Like, I had friends that were married,
You were
but
25, right?
I was 25, yeah. Um,
Baby.
so I got a wedding planner, the first one I found in Tijuana, and she was great. Laura, I forgot her last name, but she was amazing. Yes, Melissa?
You didn't say when you told my parents and what their reaction was and us.
I don't really remember. We'd have to ask mom. I think because I had told mom that we were gonna get married, and he had told my mom that we were gonna get married before he even like.
And
And
was
my
she all
mom,
for it or was she
she was
absolutely not?
like, she went along with it, but I think she thought it was like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
future. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like she knew it was gonna happen, but I don't think she thought it was gonna be like immediate. And when we did tell them, oh yeah, I remember how we told them. Ever's parents came over to the Villa, and my parents were there, and your little nosy ass was there.
Hiding
And
in the back, like listening.
and so they asked like permission or I don't remember how you do it. And mom was kind of like laughing, but kind of like in shock.
Nervous laugh.
Your dad didn't react. Like he was like fine. He was like perfectly fine with it. He didn't look like upset or excited. He just looked like, oh, my mom was in shock. I could tell. And then that was it. And I could tell Ever's dad was hella nervous. It was very old school. Like I think about it now and like
It's awkward.
it was awkward, but
Well,
I don't know.
no, it's the Mexican tradition, pedida de mano. Like, for example, remember mine?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if I would've wanted to do things that way. We just didn't know. Neither of us knew. We were so young. Well, anyways, I got the wedding planner. I knew we wanted to get married in Real del Mar, which is like this beautiful in between point between Rosarito and Tijuana. It has like a beautiful view. I knew I wanted to get married there. I didn't understand logistics, and it's not a venue to get married because it's on like a golf course. So you have to build a kitchen, you have to bring restaurant, like you pretty much from scratch. It's just for the view. But my
It
25
was at a golf course.
yeah, my 24-year-old ass just knew that that was the most beautiful spot in that whole area, which it is, and that's where I wanted to get married. So the wedding planner made it happen. Luckily, like our parents, I think my family, well, I know my family definitely paid like for most of it old school, like the bride. But Ever's family also helped a lot, and nobody gave me a budget. My parents were doing very well at the
Damn.
time. Nobody cut me off. I never got a
Damn.
no. Um, I
I got
never
a budget.
well, yeah, different times. I'm telling you, that's when there were like peak business, like everybody was thriving.
My
And
sister's wedding looked like a political event. Like, it was huge.
because my parents were paying for it, so obviously I let them invite whoever the hell they wanted. So it turned into like a 400-person wedding.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I didn't care because I wasn't paid, so I'm like, whatever. And you know how I am, like I'm not gonna play the part. Like I hung out with the people that I invited and took pictures with the people that I knew, and that was it. But it was a huge wedding. And everything was black, white, and pink, which is still to this day my favorite colors. The one regret I do have because it was trendy at the time, I forgot what it's called, but it's that squiggly black and white print. It's like
Zebra?
little swirls, not zebra. It's like swirls and whatever. Like I had touches of that, like some tablecloths, the cake. That I could have definitely left out. That's the only thing when I see my wedding, I'm like, ew. But everything else, like I loved my dress. Oh, this my dress too. Like I didn't know, I never pictured myself as a bride. So I went to Barnes and Noble and got Brides magazine. And
That's
on the
cute.
cover of Brides magazine was a Badgley Mishka dress that was like silk with French tulle, and she was wearing pink Louboutins with a huge pink bow. And I was like, that's gonna be my wedding look. And that was my wedding. I never tried on another dress. I never looked at another dress. I located the dress immediately. They had the sample in Melrose. They had the boutique in
I remember
Melrose.
taking you.
Ever bought me the Louboutins. Those were my first pair of Louboutins. I still have them. They're silk
En ese
satin.
momento, the obsession,
In ese
obsessions.
momento, he was fucked.
He created a monster.
I still have them. They're silk satin with a big pink bow, a little tiny platform.
That's cute.
And that wedding look, that was my look. I mean, my hair and my veil were different, but the dress and the shoes, I have the magazine somewhere too.
That's cute.
And I never tried on another dress. I never looked at other options. It was like a two-piece dress. Like the bottom was just like a tight kind of like to the knee dress, and it had a huge like ballerina French tulle skirt that was removable. So I wore that, and then it was removable for the party. And then my mother-in-law made me a really pretty hot pink veil with little
I
crystals
remember that.
that she glued.
Oh, I wore it.
She also made me these beautiful eggs, ostrich eggs that she bought the real crystals, real pearl, and she hand did the whole egg. So my sister, the arras, the coins were in it, and my sister was in charge of the las arras. And in the wedding, she dropped the fucking egg, and it breaks, and the arras go everywhere. And I don't know if there's still one missing or they found.
I'm picking them up so fast.
They're real gold too, like real solid 18 karat
Oh,
gold.
and by the way, the bishop married.
The bishop married me, which is a big deal. I don't know whose idea to give you such an important responsibility, but she dropped. Why did you drop the egg? What the fuck were you doing?
Because me and Carlos were playing with the eggs because they were so big and like cool looking that we were playing with the eggs, and then like I lose grasp of it and it just falls on the floor. And I remember I could just hear the coins like you could just hear them on the floor, and I'm trying to pick them up as fast as I can, and I think I did lose one.
I think to this day one never was found. So I only have 11.
It brings you good luck. It's fine.
No, it doesn't. It's actually bad. Like you're just have one for.
Just God knew you couldn't have every time
I'm low on funds, I'm gonna blame it on your ass. Actually, all my financial problems are your fault.
Sorry.
¿Qué te iba a decir? I remember I was hella nervous because the bishop was marrying me. It was a big deal, and I thought they were gonna make me read or ask me stuff, and I was like so nervous. But before the mass, he said no. He told us exactly what we had to say, and it was very simple. It was a beautiful ceremony. I feel like it was kind of to the point and short and sweet.
Did you cry at your wedding?
No, I didn't cry at all. I was too young. I mean, I think the older I get, the more sentimental and the more I appreciate things. I think at that age, I had a lot of fun and I was very, very happy. And it's still one of the best days of my life. But I didn't cry. Like I didn't.
Were you ever a bridezilla? Did you have a bridezilla moment?
No, I never had a bridezilla moment because I didn't know I didn't have expectations, you know?
So you balled out. You had no budget.
Yeah, I had no budget. I didn't have expectations. My wedding planner was amazing. I think she was worried that me and Ever weren't worried enough. Like, especially because of the venue and like things that we picked that were very difficult to accomplish. I think she was kind of like, these kids don't know what the fuck they're
Did
doing.
People rally? Like, how long was your wedding?
My wedding was a long ass wedding because La Misa was at 1 and then at 3 the cocktail started, and then we didn't have a cutoff date. I think it was 4 a.m. when like the fireworks went off at 2 a.m. I think it was 4 a.m. when I got back to the room, and there was still people at the wedding.
It's a 12-hour wedding.
It was all day. And then we had a post-wedding. And then I had the brilliant idea to leave to our Hawaii honeymoon the day after the wedding. So we had the post-wedding. And then we had to go to San Diego, cross the border to go to San Diego to get on our flight. I would never do that again. See, because I was young, like I didn't get hangovers back then and I could rally, but like it should have at least had like a day to unwind and relax. But I didn't need it back then.
I had a whole 2 weeks. But I'll get to mine later.
I didn't need it back then. So we were like not even 24 hours after our wedding, like on a flight to Hawaii. And we almost missed the damn flight because I wanted an Egg McMuffin, which I don't like Egg McMuffins. I don't like McDonald's, but obviously I was probably hungover. And they were calling us on the intercom and we didn't know. And then I had to walk on the plane late with your Egg McDonald's, with my McDonald's bag, all embarrassed. So that was it. The advice I can give you is definitely enjoy it. Enjoy it to the fullest because it's over before you know it. Don't get overwhelmed with, I mean, if you have the financials for it, ball out. But if you don't, do not worry about it because I'm sure nobody remembers a lot of people tell me they remember it, but because they had a good time, the food was good. The music, I had Candela and they are amazing, but nobody remembers.
But don't put expectations or high standards if they're not realistic.
Yeah, if it's not in your budget, don't get into debt over a wedding. It's the dumbest thing you can do because when you get married, you're going to need that money for other things that are more important that are going to bring more value to your life. If you can do it, do it. It's ball out. But if you don't put importance because nobody ever remembers favors. Nobody remembers flowers at the church, flowers at the table. Nobody remembers that stuff. I doubt they even remember your dress. They remember if they had a good time and like the food. So I would focus your budget on those things and also make it small and intimate. If you don't have a budget for a lot of people, then just make sure it's the people that you really want to be there, that really love you and your partner, and have a small intimate wedding. Even if you have a big Mexican family, which I know is really hard for a lot of us, but it is what it is, and it's your special day. And don't make it about anybody else. Don't make it about your family. Make it about you and your partner celebrating with the people that are the most important to you, period.
I have a question. How do you feel about people wearing red at weddings? Because they say do not wear red.
I didn't know this, and the amount of times I've worn red, so usually I wear a black, red, or pink dress, and the amount of times I've worn a red dress, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess wedding etiquette, obviously you're not supposed to wear white.
Because they say red is la amante, no?
I think it's just supposed to be like provocative. But yeah, that's a thing, I guess. I think it's outdated, but yeah, I know red. You're not supposed to wear obviously white, that's obvious, but red, you're not supposed to wear red to a wedding. And I wore a red and white dress once to a wedding with giant roses.
Qué bonito.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was a thing. But yes, I guess that's a real wedding etiquette thing.
Mm-hmm. So that's all you have to say about your wedding? Like, I don't know. You said you have no regrets.
No, I don't. Even that little,
if you could go back, yeah,
thing, I would probably just take those out. But that's just like trying to look for something. Because honestly, I don't. And maybe just relax and not have my bridal shower, my honeymoon like right after my wedding. And yeah, you can have your honeymoon anytime. Like if you're don't have the budget because you spent all the money on the wedding, wait a year or 2 years. Like nobody says that you have to have your honeymoon right. That you don't have to have one, period. But obviously, a trip with your partner is important. But you don't have to do it right away. You can wait, till you replenish financial,
or cruda,
or your cruda, whatever
For
you're
example,
thinking.
I got married December 3rd, and then I didn't go to my honeymoon until after the holidays, after Christmas, because I wanted to spend New Year's at my honeymoon. So I waited almost a whole month, which was nice. But I was also gone. A regret I have is I was almost gone for a whole month. I was gone for like 3 weeks on my honeymoon because I went to Australia, and I'm like, that's a long commute, so let's take advantage. And I got homesick after a while. I'm like, let's wrap this trip up because it was a 16-hour flight. So I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was a long trip. I thought you weren't coming back.
Que me secuestró Elias.
Yeah, I thought you weren't coming back. What else? I think that's it. I mean, my wedding was great. I posted on YouTube if you guys want to see it, like my video of my wedding, and me and Ever talking over it. I had a really good time.
To this.
Okay, I'll try to add it somewhere.
And then you could add my link too.
Oh yeah, you have one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So what about your wedding?
So my engagement. So I had I dated Elias for a very short time. I dated him for 11 months when he proposed. So I'm surprised Linda knew and she didn't tell me. She tells me everything. And I didn't see it coming. Like, I genuinely did not see it coming. We had talked about, like, you're the one, I'm the one. We're going to do this sooner or later. But that was it. That was it. So I had no idea that it was happening that quick. So I was stunned. So when did you find out?
I knew because Ever told me and Elias told me, and it was really hard because I'm bad with secrets, period. I'm a bad liar, but it's really hard to keep shit from my sister. And there was a part of me that wanted to tell her because I wanted her to be ready for it, and I don't feel like she would have been mad that I told her. So I kind of wanted to tell her to be ready for it, but I also wasn't 100% sure, and I didn't know if she was gonna tell Elias that I told her, and then like
I wouldn't.
I was never gonna be trustworthy again. So
but I'm glad you didn't tell me. I'm glad.
Yeah, I just let it be. I like weighed the options, and I'm like, I think it's better. There's less cons if I just shut the fuck up and don't tell her.
The only thing that I wish you would have told me, my nails. I didn't have my nails done. I had freaking little like Halloween ghosts because it was around Halloween.
Oh yeah, but I love that because I hate when bitches have their nails done because it tells you that they knew. I didn't even have nail polish on my nails. I feel like
my nails had ghosts.
Yeah, when they have a French or a little pearly or a little pink, like, and it's like perfect, no growth, no cuticles. I'm like, she fucking knew.
Yeah.
So if you have ghosts, like my sister, little ghosts.
So embarrassing. So anyhow, I had no idea. And so me and Elias go to San Carlos. He takes me on this hike and stuff. And on the top of the mountain, he gives me the ring. And I start saying no, like no, 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 over and over again, but not no to him. Like he was confused because he was like, no. And I was like, no, like no, as in like, no, this isn't happening right now. And then yeah, he starts going through the whole thing, like I love you, blah, 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 blah.
Did
And
he cry?
then yeah, he cried. And I was just shocked the whole time. Like I was like, how did no one tell me? And so yeah, I call everyone and they're all happy. My parents didn't know. You didn't tell my parents, Linda.
No, because I felt like they were gonna slip.
And then there's like the Mexican tradition. Okay, I want to know how you feel. Do you ask the parents before you ask the bride?
You're supposed to ask
Because
the
Elias
parents.
didn't ask the parents.
We didn't either. But the order is you are supposed to ask the parents first, because if the parents don't approve, then te la tienes que robar on a horse. That's the rules.
Well, Elias said the reason why he didn't ask my parents is because he's like, what if you say no? And then I had already asked your parents and your parents say yes. Like, I don't know. But whatever, my parents find out and like.
Wait, I have a question for you. Do you want to be asked? Like, if you have a daughter, do you want to be asked before they propose to her?
It depends who the person is. And y cómo es mi hija o mi hijo. Mi hijo me tiene que decir. I would like to know, like, when Santi, like, he's going to ask the question to someone to let me know, like, hey, I'm going to ask my girl to be my wife.
Ever just texted me that he loves me.
Aw.
He put hey, and then I put hey because I thought he was going to ask me to do something for the office. And I felt bad that the inside I was like rolling my eyes, and then you just put I love you. And then he sent me some nasty emojis I can't show.
Oh my God. Maniacos. So yeah, he proposed to me and everything, and it was really sweet. And then I waited a whole year to do wedding planning. And I did the opposite of my sister. I had 100 people wedding. It was small. That's small for a Mexican wedding.
Very small.
I did a destination wedding for the same reason, because if I did it in my hometown, it would have been like my sister's. So I decided to get married in San Miguel, hired a wedding planner immediately. I had a budget. My parents, so we paid for the wedding también, typical Mexican thing. And Elias paid for my dresses. I say it plural because I had multiple dresses.
I didn't. I knew that part, but me and my mom wanted to buy the dress because I didn't want. I knew the dress I wanted, and it was expensive, and I didn't want to put that kind. I didn't want it at the. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I'm not lying. Like, I would have to ask mom. I'm sure it's way less than dresses now because it was 16 years ago. But I didn't want to put that pressure on him. And then, but I knew I wanted that dress. So I felt bad, like, knowing that I could get a dress for less than half of that. So I didn't. But he bought me the shoes. And the shoes at the time were like, I don't know. I think back then, like $800, which would be the equivalent of like $1,800 right now.
Yeah. So Elias bought my dresses, and then we paid for the rest of the wedding. But the thing is, I was supposed to have one dress, and he was going to pay for it, and I knew how much it was going to be, $10,000. And they ended up not having that dress. They sold it to someone else when I had made the appointment, and they knew I was going to try on the dress, which thank God they sold it because it wasn't going to work out.
No,
like, it didn't suit my body type.
It was a beautiful dress with huge shoulders, very princessy, but her husband isn't the tallest or biggest guy, and I think it was gonna make him look even smaller, and it was such a big, like,
and that was like a linebacker.
He was gonna look like a linebacker, and he was gonna look like a little princeso.
Principito. So they gave me a discount because of the inconvenience, and then I ended up finding the one, and I still had money left over, so I bought 2 more. And then wedding planning, I had so much fun. I remember when I first got engaged, and super random, but Nora Madsen, if you're listening to this, Nora Madsen randomly told me at Cafecito, like, enjoy the process. And that, like, resonated to me so much that, like, I enjoyed the whole time. Like, I enjoyed it the whole time, zero pressure, and let it flow. And yeah, destination wedding planning for me, it was easy because I had some great wedding planners. Something that I do recommend is get a referral from someone, like somebody that already worked with this wedding planner and these vendors and this and that, so you don't go in like zero, like you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. So I do highly recommend get referrals.
I have a tip too. Like, San Miguel de Allende, where she got married, it's beautiful, but it's a very wedding friendly town. They do a lot of weddings, and that makes life a lot easier because they have all the vendors, they have the setup, they know the venues. don't do what I did and just pick a random place that's beautiful because
Make it work.
it's a whole production. Like ours was a whole production. They had to rent kitchen equipment from San Diego. They had to rent like it was a whole thing. So if it's a destination wedding, definitely try to pick a place that's like wedding friendly because it'll just make your life easier and it'll be more beautiful because they'll have a lot of options already, like tables, linens, chandeliers, all that stuff.
And that's something I do recommend as well. So like Linda said, I wasn't those that dreamt about their wedding day either. Like I didn't have a mood board, I had nothing. But I kind of knew what color scheme and everything, and then I started getting an idea of what I wanted and what I didn't want. But something that I realized that like I was catching myself doing at the beginning was that I would see a bunch of things that I liked, but it didn't mesh. And so I quit just looking. After a while, you just need to quit looking because you're going to keep finding things that you like, oh, add that, do this, add that, like, but it doesn't mean that it's going to blend, you know? So just like find one thing and stick to it, you know?
Yeah, it's that same thing with wedding dresses. Like, try on a few options. Don't be like me either, unless you're very decisive. I'm very decisive, but if you're not, try on a few different styles. But also, don't try on too many. Don't go to too many places. Don't try a spectrum of dresses.
Because there's a million gorgeous dresses.
Yeah, maybe nailed it down to 3 silhouettes, and of those 3, pick 2 different versions of the silhouette, and yeah, because if you keep looking, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. There's millions of beautiful dresses that are all very close. So I think the most important is finding the style y de ahí. Maybe just try a few different brands, and then and take your people that'll tell you the truth. Take the people that'll like. We walked Melissa off the ledge of that princess dress because she was like, ya casi lo iba a comprar, like without even trying it on. She was so sure.
Yeah.
And the dress she did try on, the girl brought it out.
I didn't want it.
She didn't want to try it on. She didn't want to try. And when she tried it on, we're like, yep, that's it.
Yeah, because when you saw it hung like on the hanger, I was like, qué sencillo principido. Like, because in my head, I'm like, I want lace, I want feathers, I want fireworks to come out of the titties. But like, no, it was like just like plain Jane. And that's why I didn't want to try it on. And it worked out.
When she put it on, we knew like that's it. Like it didn't overpower. It was classic. Also, another thing, I would go with a more classic style because you'll look at the pictures 10,
Timeless.
20, 30 years and you won't cringe. Like, I'm pretty sure all the people that had like hats and stuff at their wedding prior, like, unless you have a fun or do like a fun option, do a traditional one and then a fun option. Like I did the pink veil, you know, like something fun if you want to be quirky.
Fun fact, I wore her pink veil to my bachelorette.
Did you give it back?
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Okay, you don't be giving shit back.
And I did have an outfit change too, and it was fun. And I wore Crocs in my outfit change, which some people are like, what, she wore Crocs? But they were the limited edition Clueless Crocs. So, they were hard to get, okay? And do I have any regrets for my wedding? Yes, I have 2 regrets. One, my wedding planners convinced me to get a champagne tower. It was a complete fail. But I think era yo desesperada. Like, one, they made it really big. And I don't know if you've ever done like a champagne tower where you like tiras the champagne, like it's slow. Y yo me estaba desesperando. So I just just let it rain and like it made a mess. And it wasn't cute. And then the second one, so I had a great...
What kind of champagne was it?
It was like...
then don't be bitchy. Fine.
Pero me costó un dineral.
Oh.
Like, whatever.
I had a champagne tower at my 40th birthday, but there wasn't as
tiny,
were bigger.
Linda.
Yeah, and they were bigger glasses. Yours were a lot of smaller ones. So I think that was the thing. And it took forever on mine, and it was less than half the size. So yeah.
It's because if I would have taken my sweet ass time, it would have taken me the whole wedding.
You should have wanted to get me, and I would have just done it for you.
And then my second regret, so the banquete, meaning the food, like I had a great tasting before. Y a la hora, it was awful. It was not good.
Her food, it was not good. It was not. And there's so much good food in that area that you would think it'd be like, but the guy that she picked had just started doing events. So he was used to restaurants. So I think that was a big thing. I did like and not like. So there was 3 different plates and it went in order. So you got what you got. Like there was a fish plate, a beef plate, and What was the other one? Or was there two?
It was only 2.
Oh, so it was like so you got what you got. And I kind of like that idea, but then not.
No. Those are my only 2 regrets because I did spend a lot of money on both of them that I'm like, but nothing's perfect. Y no me estresé. La neta, no me estresé. I didn't let it like ruin my fun.
Yeah, she never had Bridezilla moments that I can remember.
Even when they sold my dress, my mom did have a Bridezilla moment for me when they sold my dress. We
But
came all the way from another
feisty.
country.
Mexico. It was not even that far from
because it was in LA. We came from another country to see this dress for my daughter, and you don't have it. And that's
But
why they
my
gave us
mom
the
will
30% off.
my mom will pick a fight with a nun. Like, my mom's just feisty.
My mom did give me a little bit of headaches. She's gonna get mad that I'm saying this, like, during my wedding planning. The first headache was she was upset that I didn't take. So I only went to when I went for my wedding planning. I only went once to San Miguel to do the wedding planning. There's some people that like to go or need to go like multiple times to do their wedding planning, but I only went once, and she wanted to go. And I was like, no, I want it to be me and Elias. Y se agüitó mucho cuando I chose Elias over her.
Oh, yeah, bitch. Especially she was paying for it. You could have at least took her once to play the part.
But we only went once to wedding plan.
But you should have just took her just to see where it was going to be at and not hurt her feelings.
And then the second thing that she was upset that I said no flowers at the church. Like, she's like, it's going to look so cheap. Like, ya sé que estamos bien gastados, but like, ándale, like add a few bouquets. And I was like, Mom, the church, because I got married in la parroquia de San Miguel Arcángel, like the huge one.
And it's like a historical church.
I was like, gorgeous. No ocupa mucho, like no ocupa mucho, like just leave it as it is. And I didn't add them, even though she was upset. And then she understood why. Like, she's like, it's fine, it worked out, you know?
Another thing at your wedding, I just remembered. So she didn't want any color, no color whatsoever. Yeah. Green and white. And I'm glad that her wedding
green and gold
didn't listen to her and added a little touch of blush. It was blush. It wasn't like pink. It was like
I was
blush.
shocked when I saw the pink, but it worked.
It worked because it would have washed out. Like, if it was just the green and the gold and the white, it would have been washed out. And I'm glad that they took the liberty of not listening to you because it was just enough color to give it some
So depth. During my wedding, they offered me, so I don't know if they have these options with other people, but for example, with me, because las flores me iban a salir un dineral. A lot of money, but they offered me, hey, your florist has once a year, like what's it called, un curso, like
that teaches like a course,
a wedding flower course. And they're like, if you let students come and do this, like your wedding's gonna be like a hands-on course for these florists. Like, they're gonna they gifted me the center, which is a big part of the whole like decorative section. And so I saved so much money by saying yes. I was a little nervous because I'm like, when you hear students, like, you know, but it worked out in my favor big time.
No, it works out. Like, when we were in dental school, we had at the end of the semesters, like, the students would do the work on the community and they would pay like a minor fee. And I would always tell people, like, don't be nervous that the students are doing it because they supervise every single step. Like, you're going to get a good treatment because we can't move on to the next step until your professor cleared.
That's true. That makes sense.
I would always say, like, the best. I mean, it's gonna take twice as long, but it's gonna be done right because they can't sign off on it, and we won't pass unless we do it right. So don't be afraid of letting students do the work.
Trust the students. Unless I did have a friend who just had a baby, and she said she let a student nurse be in there, and that like she did a non-medicated, so no epidural birth, and that the nurse did not know what the fuck she got herself into. That she wasn't the greatest nurse. So I don't know. I guess it just depends what kind of scenario.
But that makes sense because you're a nurse or a doctor, and she's like, a textbook. Medicine. Yeah, you're taught medicine, not non-medicated. So yeah, that was chaos. That was on her.
Tips that I can, because that's how you closed yours, I believe. A tip that I can give you, like I said, that my friend Nora Madsen said, enjoy the process because you only do this once, or most of the time you only do this once. And then, like my sister said, like, don't put these crazy ass like standards, expectations, like unrealistic, because I think that's what breaks most brides, that they have this pressure of these unrealistic expectations. Like,
I think I blame the internet and Pinterest because they see these weddings and there's just so many things that can be done and they want to do it all. and there's beauty and simplicity. Another thing, I did another wedding when we were at our 10-year anniversary, a destination wedding in Cancun, and I didn't invite any family. It was just my close friends and my kids. I had both my kids already, and I will say that I like that. That wedding was more special to me than my first wedding because we were older. We'd been together for 10 years, a whole
You
decade,
appreciated those little
and
things
my
more, and your
kids
kids were
and
there.
my kids were there to see us get married and celebrate our love along with all our friends that we met, like all our friends that are adults. So that wedding was so much more special. I think because my kids were there and I could see what our love like accomplished in 10 years, like that wedding was beautiful. So don't think it doesn't have to be your last wedding. So if you don't do everything you wanted to do, you can do at 10 years, at 15 years, at 5 years, whatever you want, like a destination wedding, a Vegas shotgun wedding. Like you can, there's no rule
That's
that
what I was gonna say
you
right
only get
now.
one wedding.
And that's what I was gonna say right now. Like, I know a lot of people that get engaged and they don't get married, but they want to get married, but they want their typical big Mexican wedding. No, just get married, because I feel like when you're engaged for that long, you never get your wedding at them. Like, you always like have that sour taste because nunca te casaste, but you wanted to. So, como dijo la linda, sooner or later, or just fuck it, little shotgun wedding y vámonos. Like, it's
And then
okay.
maybe in the future you'll be able to have that big wedding because there's no rule that
But don't
says
be,
that
pero
you.
nunca te quedes con las ganas de I should have gotten married.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what
And also, I feel like people are getting married less and less. Like these young people are getting married less and less, and I think it is a
Are they
special
afraid
thing.
of the
I don't.
compromiso, or what do you
I
think it
think it's
is?
a compromiso. I think they're not. They don't know how to make decisions. I think it's a big step for them. I think they know that like the divorce rate is so high. But I do think when you're in love and you're going in, I'm one of those like me and Ever, like all in or nothing, like 2 feet in, all in. If not, we're not going to do it. And I think it's important to celebrate that love, with the people that you care about and make those promises and commitments for the future. And if you can't jump with 2 feet, then don't do it, you know?
Yeah, I've heard about lots and lots of cold feet before weddings.
I didn't get cold feet at all.
I didn't either. I knew.
I knew.
I knew he was the one. When did you know that he was the one? In what moment? A ver.
I knew when I did everything to push him away and I was the fucking biggest biznatch and he was still there. Like he knew it was like a thing I was trying to do when I saw like those and all the years that he was so patiently like waiting. And honestly, I've said this before, like obviously my marriage is not perfect. Ever is not the perfect guy, has a lot of flaws, so do I, but I don't think I could be married to anybody else. I could either not be married, but if I'm gonna be married, it would probably have to be to Ever in all
In this
marriages
life and all my
in this
other
life
lives.
and the next. He always says he's gonna look for me in all my lives, and I'm like,
Aw.
wait, dame a chance, like let me experiment a little on the next one. But yeah, that's when I knew, and I still know. He still does things he does things that drive me crazy, but he also does things all the time that make me sure that, I mean, it's him or nobody.
Any words you want to say to Ever, even though I know he doesn't listen to this?
I'm glad he doesn't listen to this. Just that I still know the way I did 16 years ago that I made the right decision in this life and the next. But no me gusta in the next, just in case I want to have a little fun.
Hand me the
Dame
tissue.
chance. Give me a head start.
Hand me the tissue.
¿Y
I
tú?
knew Elias was the one, like right away. It's crazy because, like I said, it was a very short dating period. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I had just gotten out of a 8-year relationship that I wasn't
Same.
looking for one, and that he like igual insisted to go out, and I went out because I was like, I want to fuck around, and I fucked around. I wanted to fuck around, and like on our first date, I was like, shit. And the first time que se los presenté a my dad, I was like, papá, te presento a mi futuro esposo. This was like our second date. Like, just everything. Like, I knew immediately. Like, everything that I didn't feel in 8 years, I felt like within seconds, as cheesy as that sounds.
Very cheesy. Your son's calling you.
I know. And then something that I want to say to Elias, it's just that I love you, babe. And I love this life we're building with our son and our future kids. I can't wait to have more babies with you.
Okay, that's enough. I don't know why I get really weirded out when she's like affectionate or like lovey-dovey. It's gross.
Because I'm your baby sister.
It's fucking gross. But okay, let's end it here. This was a long one. We're like at 53.
Wow, that's
And
record-breaking.
and we didn't even talk about other people's weddings.
I know. Well, I hope they enjoyed it. You guys enjoy it. I think
Yeah.
you will. Right?
Thank you guys for listening, as always.
Next one is gonna be Never Have I Ever. So we're gonna add the box.
No, next
And
one is menopausia, perimenopause, 30s, hormones.
let's do a poll. People don't want to talk about
Yeah, they do. That's like something
bochornos.
people ask me all the time.
People don't want to talk about bochornos.
I don't have bochornos yet,
Speak
but
for
I'm doing everything not to get bochornos. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Like everything I'm doing preventative, because God knows, doing a lot of shit and taking a lot of stuff. And I'm sure, girl, you're about to be 30. I'm sure that you've noticed some changes, and if not, wait until the day after you wake up. Right away. Okay.